Hello everyone. I would like to walk you through the process of installing osTicket Awesome. The first thing we're going to do is log on to our existing osTicket installation just to see what version of osTicket we're currently running. So we'll go to admin panel, and the current version I'm running here is 1.10.1. Now let's take a look at the domain name up here. Obviously that's my domain name. And then the next little bit is the folder that osTicket is currently installed into. So I see that it's in a folder called osTicket. Now, that was chosen at the time that osTicket was originally installed. So I have seen people whose folder is called help desk or support. Really, it's arbitrary. It could be called anything. So it might be different on your server. But now that I know it's in a folder called osTicket Awesome, I'll go ahead and fire up my FTP program. In this case, I'm using FileZilla. It's free and it's available for Mac, PC, or Linux. It works really well. I already have my web server configured, so I'll go ahead and connect. Now within my root folder, I'm looking for a folder called osTicket, and there it is. I'll go within the osTicket folder into a folder called include. I'll scroll down almost to the very bottom and locate a file called ost-config.php. I'm going to drag that over so that it copies onto my local computer. Now I'm going to go back to this folder, osTicket, which of course could be called something different on your server, but in any event, I'm going to rename it so that it's called -old. And now I'm going to create a new folder with the original name that my installation was installed into. So now I have a folder called osTicket and one called osTicket Old. Now we can go ahead and download osTicket Awesome. Apparently I'm not logged in. All right. So after this is finished downloading, I'm going to extract the files. Now I'm assuming that everyone knows how to extract files already. It's kind of beyond the scope of this video. It really depends on what type of computer you have and what type of software you have installed. But I'm hoping that everyone can figure that out on their own. Now that I have that extracted, I can look inside, and the first thing I see is a little heads up here that this is meant for version 1.10.1 only, which is perfect because we've already confirmed that's the version that I'm running. I'm going to look within the upload folder here, and now all of these files are what I'm going to upload to my new osTicket folder. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of them. I'm going to drag them. Might be easier if everyone can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to drag them into my new osTicket folder and let go of them. And I'll just go ahead and pause the video here because it's going to take a few minutes for this to complete. And we're back. So now I have a folder called osTicket and one called osTicket Old. So I'll go within the new osTicket folder into a folder called include. And I'm going to drag my osTicket config file into the include folder. And that's really about it. Now I'm going to go back to my original installation and I'm just going to refresh the page. And there we go. osTicket is installed. And I'm trying to think. That was so easy. What else is there to tell you? Well, I guess one thing that's worth mentioning is that I can still access my old installation by going to osTicket Old. And there it is. Anything that I add or modify here will appear in my new installation and vice versa. If you do run into any trouble installing, let us know in the forums. Enjoy.